So let's talk about the pedal commander in the 2024 Tacoma. But before I get to that, something strange going on. Over on my radio screen, ever since I started the truck, probably about 5 minutes ago, the screen is white with a circle, the circle of death, and it says updating settings. Must be some sort of over-the-air setting for the new Toyota Tacoma. I don't know. If you have a new Tacoma, leave a comment down below and let me know if you've experienced this. It's just kind of weird. I've not had this happen, I don't think, ever in a Toyota Tacoma. So who knows? We'll see as we go. I'll update you before the video's over, as to whether or not that screen ever goes away. We shall see. But let's talk about the pedal commander. I installed the pedal commander in this truck, and this is a 2024 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. Now, I've had pedal commander in other vehicles before, the Tundra, Jeeps, and the third generation Tacoma. And let me say right off the bat, if you've got a third gen Tacoma and you're not running pedal commander, you're missing out, man. And you can save 30 bucks. There's a discount code. It is RobMotive1, and you use it over at pedalcommander.com. But what it does, it gets rid of throttle lag. And the third generation Tacoma is destroyed by throttle lag. And what throttle lag is, if you don't know, when you step off the gas, ever wonder why there's a hesitation before it actually picks up and takes off? It becomes very annoying if you enjoy maybe a little more spirited driving, or if you just like acceleration, you know, when you're taking off from a stop sign or a stoplight. And I'm not talking about burning the tires off or anything like that. I'm just talking about when you hit the accelerator, the truck actually goes. It doesn't have to think about it. That's what the pedal commander does. It has other features. There is an eco mode where you can try to save a little bit of gas. I've heard that works pretty well. Frankly, I don't use that feature because for me, pedal commander is to get rid of throttle lag. So what about the pedal commander on the fourth generation Tacoma, the new Tacoma? You know, it's pretty quick as is. I've mentioned that before, and if you've driven one, then you know that it gets up and goes pretty darn well with that 4-cylinder turbo. What the pedal commander does on this truck, the best way I can describe it to you without having you sit on the truck and feel it yourself, is it refines that acceleration. You know, it makes it even better, even crisper. That's probably a good word to describe it as well. It makes the throttle crisper so that when you get on the gas, it goes. And yes, you can feel it. It makes a difference. Do I recommend it for the fourth gen? Absolutely. I mean, anything that you can plug and play on a truck that's going to make it more fun to drive, quicker off the line, just more enjoyable all the way around, is a must-have in my opinion. And it's so simple to install. All you have to do is get down in the footwell, and if you can't do it yourself, have somebody else who's maybe a little more nimble get down there, disconnect the wire that's right on top of the connection behind the accelerator. It's part of the accelerator. And then you plug the pedal commander in between. That's it. Now, the biggest key, and the way you do this to make sure you have a successful install, I mean, you don't want any check engine lights or airs or anything like that, is to turn the truck off, obviously, set the key fob at least 35 feet away from it, you know, on the other side of your house or something, so that they can't still communicate with each other, the truck and the key fob. Open the driver's side door, and before you start the timing on this, make sure, particularly if you have electric seats, that you move the seat all the way back, because what you're trying to do is let the truck fully deactivate or shut down before you disconnect that throttle plug on the back. That is key. And I will tell you, if you put the seat back while you're trying to install the pedal commander unit, you're reactivating everything. You have to start all over again as far as waiting for the truck to shut down. If you push on the brake pedal while you're doing the install, you're gonna have to start all over again. It's not very difficult to avoid those things when you know up front, right? Just don't push on the brake pedal. Don't obviously push on the accelerator. Why would you? And don't put the seat back if you have an automatic seat or an electric seat while the process is going on. Now, as far as timing goes, it can take anywhere from 15 minutes to a little bit over an hour. It kind of just depends on your truck. There is no real set time. I know the directions will tell you 15 minutes. I'm telling you, it can take a bit longer. I've waited as long as 40 some minutes on one truck that I did, and as short as about, I think 18, 19 minutes on another truck that I did. But very important that you wait for that so that you have a successful install. You know, I've heard from people before that have stated that they tried to install it and then they got some kind of an error code, a check engine light or something. And I would attribute that probably to installation error. And I say that only because I've done the installs so many times myself, following the exact directions that I just gave you guys, and I've never had any problems whatsoever, nor have I had any problems on this 2024 Tacoma. And if you're wondering, the shutdown process is exactly the same whether you have a 2018, a 2023, or the new 2024. Just follow what I told you, you won't have any issues. Now, what about fuel economy? I've had a few people ask me, does it increase or reduce the fuel economy? That all depends on your foot. You know, I think at first, when you install the pedal commander, you're going to be so amazed by it that you're going to be giving it a little bit more gas than you normally would. I'm also guessing that you're going to be out running around hot rodding it more than you usually would, just because it's so fun. Now, after you settle in and get going, it's going to be about the same. I've had some people tell me they've seen an increase of 1 to 2 miles per gallon, and I'm talking about away from eco mode. I've had maybe 1 or 2 plus or minus miles per gallon. It just depends on how I'm driving the truck. If I'm driving it normal without really getting on the gas at all, I see a little bit of an increase. But if you really are concerned with that, run it in eco mode. And lastly, the one thing I always tell people to do, after you get Pedal Commander and you get it installed and you get over the shock of what it's done to your truck, just amazing, after about a week or two, turn it off and drive your truck around without it activated and see how your truck feels without having the Pedal Commander on. I think we get used to things, and every once in a while it's a good idea to remind yourself of what you've got and the difference that it makes. Anyway, I just wanted to get on and give an update. I've had some people ask me, well, how's it doing on the truck? Can you give an update on it? That's it. It's awesome. Again, you can save yourself 30 bucks, discount code RobMotive1 over at pedalcommander.com. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye. Oh, and my screen, it did go back to normal, so it must have been an update.